He's coming off an excellent 12-tackle game last week. It's the Panthers and the Vikings, and it's all up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning
have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Throwing to start the drive, Tyler. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jermaine Dean. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. That one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 5 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, but the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. Here's Willis. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, Willis.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A good pickup there, a 22. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before. Because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll run it again with Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
And it was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it one a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dales. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Tyler, his throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 in the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. first quarter lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Tyler leaves it for Petty. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on the East. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw on 2nd down. Tyler got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They go back to the ground now with Penny, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tyler. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offensive coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We're going to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, he turned into a heck of a DB, though, Parker. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Cook now off the read option. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. He's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Here's Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As these guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Penny. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Penny, a 1st down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Tyler. And that is incomplete.
Rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this is Cook with the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nailed for the hole.
You have one job over there. make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
2nd and 20. Willis is going to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On first down, Tyler.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by UC. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They've been struggling to put points on the board so far. He's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against this defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
Holding offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Willis.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
College football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, it doesn't look like what we used to see on Saturdays when we call those games.
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
Listen, tournaments in vogue in the NFL, eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Penny. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Tyler. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Tyler. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Penny up the middle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Tyler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Looking to throw. Tyler. Touchdown, Panthers. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
Flushed out right.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Flush to his right. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Willis.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover.
Now a hit and a loose football.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis.
He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Shotgun snap to Willis.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal.
Willis on 3rd and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
trying for it on fourth down. Here's Willis. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now left side on the swing pass. Only a yard there. Sniffed out one defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tyler, he gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Tyler.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And that play will go nowhere. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyler.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down around the 47-yard line.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't happen that way.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. It's been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From just shy of midfield, Willis. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes down for getting this inside the 25. First down now, pick it up to 25. 1st and 10, Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and all that other never been about fantasy points.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Tyler. They set up the screen to Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. To throw on second down. Tyler. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw on second down. Tyler. That's caught by Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On 3rd down, Tyler. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown. Christian Kirk. 37 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Now the point after try for Santos. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Willis with another keeper.
The pitch to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. Touchdown, Vikings! Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tyler.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
I'm downstairs.